That night was probably the most shocking, scariest night of my life. Will and I got back from Waco, Texas, picking up a friend. We came back to his house. We were sitting there in bed talking. Then the door flies open and a person came in and shot my best friend right in the bed next to me. I was kidnapped. The shooter had me leave with them and forced me to a house nearby. They held me against my will. And I thought, this is where I'm gonna die. They have to get rid of me. 12 hours later, SWAT kicked in the door, grabbed me, throw me to the ground, handcuff me. They needed to take me down to get my statement. I tried to tell the police that I had nothing to do with Will's death. And I thought I would be giving my story and my mom would be coming to come pick me up. No, next thing you know, I'm being charged with first-degree murder. They booked me, shackled me from my feet to my hands, around my waist. I was an inmate. I believe I was in jail for 6 days. Within an hour of giving my second statement, they dropped the charges and released me. My mom was waiting outside for me, and I jumped in her arms and was just like, get me out of here before they change their mind. I cried all the way home. My life got worse after Will's murder. After I was released, I hid for like a month. I didn't really want to venture out. It was still so fresh in the media and so fresh with everybody. I just kind of stayed away. People on social media were very ugly. People called me a murderer, a poor crackhead, a worthless piece of scum in society. I did an interview with a local news channel after I was released.
Next thing I'm talking to my friend, and somebody comes in and starts shooting him.
People were negative and ugly. They thought that I was definitely guilty and that I didn't look sorry. I feel like Will's murder is gonna haunt me for the rest of my life.
Okay, this is just hard to even wrap your head around. So what you're saying is you two were, this is a friend, you two were out, you come home and you're laying on the bed. Were you in bed asleep?
We were in bed talking to each other, like fixing to go to sleep.
You don't hear them coming, you don't know. They just kick the door open and start blazing away, start shooting.
Yeah, like the door comes open and the gunshots were already being fired as the door came open. So your brain can't compute really what's going on. All you just hear is this loud commotion and you just see somebody and you don't really, because I guess you don't think that that's what's happening. So you're kind of just.
Well, who would?
I
mean, it's shocking, right?
It's very shocking. It seems like everything slowed down in slow motion, pretty much. Just kind of like you can't.
And how are you not shot?
Because Willie, he saved my life. He covered me up.
To shield you. And he was shot multiple times?
Yes.
And did you know he was dead at this point? Could you tell?
No, he wasn't dead at this point. He's all I could say is a very, very strong man and could take a lot.
Right. But you knew he was mortally wounded. You knew it was bad.
He was very bad.
But they take you at this point. Did you wonder why they didn't kill you there?
My only thing is that I guess, you're not really thinking that I am. The only things I'm thinking about is Will needs help, and why aren't the neighbors, why isn't somebody breaking in the door, why aren't cops, they're already, hearing all of this. I mean, it's loud, it's very loud.
So they take you to another house and hold you until a SWAT team comes crashing in there.
Yep.
Why would they not listen to you when you said, I am not a perp here, I'm a victim, I was kidnapped?
They told me because they were told that I was there, and since they didn't know, what they initially told me was since I didn't report a crime, since I didn't dial 911 and call them and tell them what had happened, that I was considered an accomplice.